Hello Internet, Scott Pell here, the Young Geek, and I just beat Shenmue. Yeah, this is the second time that I've beaten the game, and I played it all again on my stream, which if you watched the stream, thank you so much, really appreciate it. Um, yeah, I want to talk about like the significance of Shenmue. Um, I guess the question is like, is Shenmue still significant? Is the game still relevant? And the answer to that is hell yeah, absolutely. Um, the game did a lot of great things in its time. It did a lot of great things for its time. Um, just because like it hadn't ever really been done before. This style of game. Um, I mean like Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are like adventure games in a sense, but like there's a mythical aspect to it. There's adventure and monster fighting and you save the world. But what I like about Shenmue is that um, Ryo Hazuki is he's just a normal dude. He's just a normal dude. Um, you know, and some crazy stuff happens to him. None of it out of the realm of reality, and I think that's you know something that was significant and something that should be done more. Video games these days are a lot more about the fantasy aspect of it, and there are some games that like do normal well, um, uh, but it's something that is, I think, a little bit encouraging when we are told these stories that take place in modern day, just because it's that much more relatable. And another thing about Shenmue is that it has a lot of character. It has a lot of heart. Because like you really do get a sense of who Ryu is. You get a sense of Fukusan. You get a sense of Nozomi and Tom and Guizhong and just like and all of these different characters, like their sort of personality traits and their motives and things that are going on in their lives. And the whole world of Shenmue, the town of Dobuita or Yokosuka, whatever it's called, because I don't even remember. Um, like everyone has their own sort of agenda, and everybody like it's such a small town, but such a tight knit community that everybody knows like who Ryu is, who all these other people are. Like, oh hey, go ask that person, they might know, and that's great. And it's difficult to classify Shenmue into a genre, and I think that's okay. Shenmue is a game, yes, but I think what's important is that it's definitely more of an experience as well. Um, yeah, it's definitely it's like a murder mystery type deal where like you track down leads and you try to uncover the mystery of like what exactly happened and how can I get to where I want to go in Shenmue. And I think that's really cool, like because again of its time this hadn't really been done before. This is something entirely new to the world of video games, and I think that Shenmue had a lot more influence on the industry than people give it credit for. In fact, I know that to be true, because I see, going back and revisiting it and replaying it, like I see its echoes throughout other games, especially in adventure games like Mass Effect or any BioWare RPG. Really, where like you talk to these people and you track down, your next lead, your next clue, whatever. But I also see how other developers have improved upon some mechanics of Shenmue. What I like about like other games is that you have options to ask specific questions, whereas Shenmue you just sort of play out. You just interact and let the dialogue play out. You rarely have a conversation choice to change the flow of things. Another thing about Shenmue that got on my nerves was the QTEs. I don't think that they're necessary anymore, but so we're like, yeah, it's a staple of the franchise, but like, is that necessary anymore? I mean, no, it isn't. Just because it's like it's significant and it's a part of Shenmue, but like it still sucks. Like it's still a really bad idea, and I hope that Shenmue 3 will do away with them. even though I know that they won't. So, yeah. So that's sort of like my 2 cents on Shenmue. It is definitely a masterpiece of a game. It is a landmark of a game, and something that should be experienced by all and treasured by all because it is such an amazing experience. It hasn't aged terribly well, but when you think about the sort of, I guess, environment of the video game climate of the time, um, it's really something new and a breath of fresh, a breath of fresh air. There we go. That's that's the phrase I was looking for. So, with that, I encourage you all to find a way to play Shenmue, and let me know down in the comments. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. That'd be great. Check out my Twitch, which I will be playing Shenmue 2 to continue the story, which I've never played before. It'll be a blind playthrough, as they call it in the community of Twitch, whatever. Let's see, what else? Check out our podcast. Yeah, that's why I'm doing this whole thing. Check out our podcast. We've sort of changed directives. We've shifted focus from just talking about video games, which is fine, because I like video games, but like I talk about them all the time, to talking about people and their passions. Because we here at Old Geek Young Geek believe that if you're passionate about something, that makes you a nerd or a geek about that specific thing. Because everyone has that thing that they just know backwards and front. So yeah, so check out our podcast. It's coming along really well, I feel, and I love doing it. So check it out, and have a great day.